California Space Grant Consortium is a partnership between NASA and University of California, San Diego. The main intent is to expose AI and robotics to community college students. So all the students participating in this consortium, they must be community college students. Evergreen received a grant from the California Space Grant Consortium. It's about $10,000 or a little bit more. And the grant intends to support 10 to 12 students. And each one of them will receive $500 as a compensation for being in the program. And also they are required to make a presentation of a project at NASA Ames that's going to be coming up in August. And they receive a certificate of achievement once they complete the project. The project the students are supposed to present, they intend to solve real situations.
Well, my name is Patrick Lee, and I am a second-year student here at Evergreen Valley Community College, and I'm studying computer science. But lately, I've been thinking a lot about social engineering. Right. So this was actually my first ever experience with robotics. In high school, I always thought myself, oh, I could never be like one of those guys. But so this was my first chance, and I felt like I really learned a lot from it. I was able to work with a team, so this is my first ever experience about working with a team for an engineering goal. And it was nice to see what I learned in computer science to be able to put in something that's physical, something that was actually moving. And it really made me feel like I knew that I was in the right major and I knew that I was in the right field.
My name is Richard Key. I'm currently a sophomore here at Evergreen Valley College. I'm currently studying computer science, and the high school I went to was Evergreen Valley High. And through this project, I was able to really put a lot of time into it and work hard. And I brought my knowledge level from just knowing nothing to being able to work on a project like for NASA nonetheless. It was really amazing to be able to do that. My biggest takeaway from that experience would have to be more confidence in myself. So because I went from not being able to do anything with robotics to being able to complete this entire project on it, I think that I became a lot more confident in my abilities to learn and do projects. Well, my experience here at Evergreen Valley College has really been great. So actually, for my first year directly out of high school, I went to San Diego State for 1 year, but then the pandemic hit, and then I transferred here. And I think here, the education you get is basically the same, but the price is lower, and since there's fewer students, you feel more of a connection to the community.
We want to emphasize the importance of female in STEM, and we have been, especially here in Evergreen, we have been trying hard to attract more female students towards STEM. And California Space Grant Consortium is a great avenue for them to establish first contact with science and technology. The Women in STEM Club was sprung out of this project in part because of one of the requirements of the California Space Grant Consortium. They want to attract minority students, low income, and females.
My name is Ayan Dalmar. I am a double major with business economics and neurobiology, and this is my second year at EVC. We just needed more representation in higher level STEM classes, and I felt like it was time that we needed a club or some type of support group for women and non-binary students. I felt anxious when I was starting to do some higher level STEM courses, so I felt like if we had a group of students that all had like similar motivations but maybe come from a different background, we could all support each other in numerous different ways. So I just felt like it was time for it.
So my name is Mar, and this is my last year here at EVC. I'm a bio major, and I'm ready to transfer soon. I was involved in a robotics project here, and currently the president of our club was working alongside me, and so she asked me if I wanted to join, and I was interested. I think it's really important to increase the representation of women and gender minorities in the STEM field, because from my own personal experience, I've noticed that I was one of the only women in like the harder STEM courses here, and I think having more females represented is something that's really important, and being able to be a part of the mission of increasing that representation is really exciting to me.
My name is Yatsiri Orozco, and we are the connections that count.
We are the connections that count.
And we are the connections that count.
Somos las conexiones que cuentan.
We are the connections that count.
We are the connection that count.
We are the connections that count.
I'm Richard Key, and we are the connections that count.